Bruce Lee's daughter, Shannon Lee, addressed Tarantino's words, writing, she quotes, "Tired of white men in Hollywood telling her who her father was." Damn,
That's
son.
That's
That's damn, son.
That's facts. That's
And
facts, bro.
there's number of Bruce Lee fans on this show right now. And even at 52, Shannon Lee is a brunette, so you know I'm in.
That's facts, nigga. On everything you just said.
So, but I mean, what do you elaborate, my good friend? What do you think about this?
All right, well, just to give it some context,
Because you've seen the movie, right? I haven't seen the movie.
This is the one with the Leonardo DiCaprio flick.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I like the movie. I think the movie is, it's Tarantino.
Right.
The thing about Tarantino, all right, well, I got a couple things I can say about it. She's spitting mad facts like white motherfuckers in Hollywood. Just rewind. So when it's a person of color, a minority person who's extremely confident, dope at what they do, and they're showing it, they often get labeled as arrogant and assholish. That's just how it works. Their white counterparts, he's a hero. That's a guy to get behind. That's how it's done. It's done like that in the corporate world. It's done like that in entertainment. It's done like that in music. It is what it is. We know that. So I agree with what she says 100%. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Bruce Lee was amazing. He was a hero to a lot of motherfuckers, and he was basically untouchable. And the only reason why people had a problem with him was because he was that dope, and you couldn't keep him pigeonholed. And they tried. If anybody knows Bruce Lee's history, it wasn't an easy climb to the top in Hollywood. This nigga had to sidestep and shimmy and do all kinds of shit for people to see who he was and what he could do, not just from a martial arts standpoint, but from an acting standpoint. And he was a smart dude. And he came up from a lot. And he was, in my opinion, he had the right to be as confident as he was. Because he's a fucking beast. He was such a beast that niggas still respect him now. He's in the same, Bruce Lee is in the same level as an Elvis, a Tupac, that kind of thing, where they've been gone for forever, but they never gonna be replaced.
He's an icon.
They're never gonna be replaced in the eyes of the people that love them. Now, Elvis, I don't really fuck with that nigga, but there's a lot of people that love him. You know what I'm saying? Tupac, yep. You already know. Biggie, you already know. And Bruce Lee is there. Like, he's always going to be considered the pinnacle of what he did, of the martial arts game, even the action flick game. Like, they still copying off of shit that he was doing back before they even had the know-how to pull the shit off. They still copy off of that shit to this day.
His moves, the Matrix, nigga, Bruce Leroy. Like,
bro, like, they still like shit. Fucking that Uma Thurman was rocking his outfit in another Tarantino flick.
Right.
Here's the thing about Tarantino, man. Here's the thing about a lot of white guys who have been allowed to kind of step out of their lane and have commentary on other races and shit. Tarantino was catching heat because he was making movies where he was saying nigga a million times in this shit.
On some boondock shit.
Yo, Tarantino is like, I like his movies. You can't take his talent away from him, but nigga, stay in your fucking place. You have creative right to do whatever you want to in your movies. If you want to portray Bruce Lee as this arrogant motherfucker, you have every right to do it. It's your fucking movie. But if somebody's saying that's not really him, respect that shit. Let it go. Like, you don't need to be following up, talking no more shit. Like, shut the fuck up. But you know what I'm saying? The nigga oversteps his bounds. Like, he really thinks he's down in the black community because he put Samuel L. Jackson and Sam say nigga like 800 times. And I love Sam. You know what I'm saying? And just because you cool with this nigga, it don't make you black. You know what I'm saying?
And
you know what I mean?
I do. And you and I both know, because of the shit we dealing with currently, like, the director is talking through the characters. That's the director talking.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just that dude saying niggas many chances he can't through using Sam as the vehicle. And, It is what it is. But I wanted you to talk on it because I know you've studied Bruce Lee probably more than I have. You had seen the actual movie. So, it was like, I really don't have much to say. I agree with everything you're saying though.
Bruce Lee, look, the thing about Bruce Lee is he was a hero regardless of what your race was, right? But the people that really try to knock him and call him an arrogant shit, like it's always white folks. It's like, even if you call him, he has the right to be like the nigga. He was literally the Jay-Z of martial art. Like nobody was touching this nigga. Like it's Bruce motherfucking Lee, dog. Like they create video game characters to be him. They nigga.
They brought him back into a game.
Right.
That's the game you got pissed over.
Right.
Right. 20 years after 30 years after he had already passed.
Right. The fucking dude in Tekken is a straight rip off of Bruce Lee. Lee Fu-Long from Street Fighter is Bruce Lee. Like this nigga is he is going to be an icon until the world fucking blows up. Leave it alone. This dude was fucking amazing. He was great. He was a fucking hustler, and he figured out how to navigate in Hollywood in a time where where Asian people, let alone black folks, would not be considered leading people. We were considered to be the background people in the white man's world. And Bruce Lee figured out a way to be like, nah, nigga, I'm me. I'm a front person. I'm a principal dude. I'm a number one person. So, I mean, I agree with her 100%. And white folks, call him arrogant all he want. We all know what the fuck he was. Like, he was untouchable. That's why you calling him arrogant.
Facts.
Because if it was Jean-Claude Van Damme or who's the one? What's the one white guy that they say is the greatest martial artist of all time? Was Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris, yeah.
Colt, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Put a goddamn shirt on you.
Right. If we were talking about, some white dude that was in the same game as Bruce Lee, then the labels would be different. But that's just how it works. That's how it works. That's just how it works.
No retort. I agree. Let's keep it pushing.